Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to this very special, socially distanced online performance of Annie Massey's Lizard Season and Helena Raposo's The Unholy Estate of Matrimony. We were scheduled to perform both shows as part of the New Ideas Festival at the Alumni Theatre in Toronto, just as the coronavirus shutdown happened. And I thought, well, maybe we can still bring these two shows to life. So seeing as the festival was quite experimental and we had the opportunity to work with the playwrights directly, we were able to adapt their works to this particular virtual setup, a challenge that I think has ended up being a lot of fun. So before we start, I'd like to thank the National Arts Center, Facebook, Slate Music, the RBC Foundation, Sirius XM, and the Alumni Theatre for supporting this performance and helping us bring these two plays to you tonight. So a couple of things. This performance is taking place live and in real time, using whatever means we had available in our own homes. So glitches may occur, but that is just part of the joy of this process. You can feel free to write in the chat box on YouTube during the show, and any questions you have, we will answer in a Q&A at the end of tonight's performance. Also, I'll mention, if you feel inclined and able and would like to support the artists who put the show together, you can make a donation by following the link in the info box below. Any donations made during the show will be shared with all of tonight's artists. So without further ado, let's get started. Our first play is Lizard Season by Annie Massey. Welcome, Annie.
Well, hi. Thank you, Diana. And hi, everybody.
Hi, Annie. Looking forward to the show.
I think we all are, yes.
So Annie is not only the playwright, she is also going to be the narrator for Lizard Season. Now, this is what I've called a dramedy about conspiracy theories, skepticism, and trust. The show was directed by Haszard and features Neila Lem, Riaz Mahmood, Joel Haszard, and me, Diana Di Mauro. The assistant director stage manager is Siobhan Quinn. So now I'd like to present Lizard Season.
Asha has just completed her PhD and is on her way to Cape Town to interview for a postdoctoral position. On the way, she plans to return a package of 30 mysterious letters that have been arriving in her apartment, but addressed to someone else, every month for the past 3 years. She's traveling with Pal, her loyal but tedious partner. Pal worries that Asha's academic progress is causing him to fall behind. To boost his confidence, he has become a serious student of the work of psychologist Jordan Peterson. A reluctant traveler, Pal is prone to gastric upsets and hypochondria. When Asha and Pal arrive at the address on the letters, they are greeted with enthusiasm and urgency by Jones. The heralding rains have already begun, and lizard season with its deadly consequences is only a few hours away. Jones clearly believes Asha to be an expert in reptiles and demands that she manufacture the lizard repellent that will save their lives. And who is Sarjenka? Shaman? Shapeshifter? What happens when sunspots shut down a key radio transmission? And how will Asha and Pal save the day? Scene 1, the deluge. Asha and Pal are seated side by side on a bus as it bumps and rattles through the African countryside. Asha is exhausted and conversation requires effort on her part. Pal is agitated and has a copy of the 12 Rules for Life on his lap. Each has a backpack and Asha has a big purse.
30 airmail letters with those little blue and red zigzags around all 4 edges of the envelope, and a stamp carefully licked and placed in the top right-hand corner. 30 times, 30 licking and placing events. And every letter addressed by hand in ink with a fountain pen to Dr. Severus Rickman.
Right.
And always the same return address. Dr. A. Jones in a village in the middle of South Africa that's so small it isn't even on Google Street View. I still don't get why you never opened them.
They aren't mine.
You have such good character. Aiming for good character will provide the most meaning in your life. I still think Dr. Rickman lives in a different apartment in our building, or a different postal code, or a different Toronto. There are other Torontos, you know. There's one in Ohio, and there are probably others.
Perhaps, but we're coming to Cape Town anyway, and it won't take us far out of our way. It's just one night, fella.
Well, I guess I can manage one night for my nummy Ashkins. I just don't feel like being sociable. My gut is heaving, and I'd just rather curl up beside you tonight. And I might need my own bathroom.
Look, I just checked. Our bus into Cape Town leaves tomorrow afternoon at 3, so we'll have all evening and the next day to look around. And my interview is still on for 11 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh, yes, your interview. So you really would move here?
No, Chucklehead, I would commute from Quinn and Dufferin.
You really would leave me? And that was the sound of my heart slowly crumbling.
It will be 2 years, but I really need to do this. For me, for my career. I mean, it's a tough decision, but you said it yourself. You won't change your mind about leaving Toronto.
That's not fair. Well, yes, it is. I couldn't live here, for example, in Africa. It's just so hot and the trees look wrong. Couldn't you get a postdoc somewhere local, like Wilfrid Laurier?
God, no, pal, really. Dr. Kotze is a leader in the field. I mean, he just wrote another amazing paper, and well, getting to work on the Northern Cape Space Telescope would give me a ton of academic credibility. Then maybe I could come back to U of T.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. After 2 years, 11 months, and 6 days, you're giving up on us. Us, Asha. Everything we have. Bike rides in Trinity Bellwoods, the albino squirrels, those $10 ice creams.
Oh, let's see where this goes. I haven't even been offered the fellowship yet. Look, for the next few days, let's just try to enjoy ourselves together. It's an adventure, and we can experience it together. Happy memories, eh?
Whoa, 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 what the hell is that? That crawling thing there on the floor.
It's a gecko, pal. They're native to South Africa.
Well, do they bite? Is this another danger to my well-being?
No, I'm pretty sure that they're harmless. Did you know that geckos can't blink? They lick their eyeballs to keep them moist. Oh, gosh. Oh, look, I think I see the village. We're almost there.
Did you know lobsters have teeth in their stomachs and kidneys in their heads?
I did not know that.
They are also wired to live in hierarchies. Did you know that? Yeah, the higher a lobster gets in its hierarchy, the more serotonin its brain produces. Serotonin makes lobsters happier and more aggressive, so it's like an amplification loop. The higher I get, as a lobster, I mean, the more I can achieve.
So you're saying lobsters feel happiness?
But then, if a lobster isn't able to climb the ladder, its serotonin levels fall and it gets defeated.
So now you're saying lobsters get sad?
Well, the brain chemistry would suggest that, yes, they do.
And whence comes this sudden interest in lobsters? Have you been on Twitter again?
It's more than lobsters, Asha. Us not being together any longer, well, I can feel my serotonin levels dropping just thinking about it, like a brick. My neurochemicals are jittering around all over the place, messing up my synapses and pinging off my receptors. Being is suffering. The normal order of things is chaos. Destructive chaos. Asha, what if I can't get back on that ladder?
Oh, baby. Look, oh, we're here. And oh my God, where did that rain suddenly come from?
As the bus pulls into the side of the road, the heavens open and torrential tropical rain starts falling. There is no shelter. Asha and Pal gather their belongings and get off the bus.
Oh, no. Oh, no, this is awful. This is ridiculous.
Get your rain poncho out, quick.
Where did you pack it?
I didn't pack it, you packed it. Check your backpack.
It's not here. Asha, my poncho isn't here.
Well,
Shit, I'm getting soaked. Is mine there too?
Pal, stop pulling on my purse. Pal, stop it. Let go, Pal. Stop!
Oh, fuck. I hate this rain. I hate this country. I shouldn't be here. Why did I ever let you talk me into this stupid...
Your passport's getting wet. God, Pal, just check your backpack. Try the side pocket. Stop taking your miserable anger out on me, okay? I'm not in charge of the rain. Rain happens in a country like this.
Asha?
What?
Asha.
What?
The letters.
Scene 2, Majunga. Asha and Pal arrive at Jones's rustic-looking hut in a clearing in the middle of the jungle. They wait for several long seconds before knocking.
Okay. Good thing I put the address in my contacts. This is it. Number 5A.
This doesn't look exactly promising.
Hey, well, we're here and they're expecting us. We did right. Ready to give her?
Oh, come on, I really need a bathroom.
Aha, my lizard wizard has arrived. Dr. Rickman, I am so honored. Let me say how honored I am to finally meet you. After all these months of our one-sided correspondence, I had almost given up hope. All those stamps, all those envelopes, all that licking. But you have finally answered my pleas for help.
No, not me. I'm not Dr. Rickman.
Oh, my mistake. Forgive me. How gauche in this day and age to assume the man is the brains of the operation. My charming Dr. Rickman, what extreme pleasure this gives you. You and your technician have arrived just in time. Come in out of this terrible rain quickly, for we have much work to do and so little time.
Dr. Jones, I think there's something we need to tell you.
Oh, Dr. Rickman, I don't mean to stall your sweet conversation, and don't think me rude, but we'll have plenty of time to chat later, after we deal with the pressing issue at hand. Towel?
Oh, thank you.
The rains are heavy this year and right on schedule.
Dr. Jones? Bathroom?
Oh, yes, dear fellow, down the hall on your right. Bit primitive, I'm afraid. Elephant ears are in the basket on the right.
Look,
No time. Now, may I call you Severus?
I suppose so.
Good. Call me Jones. Now, Severus, the moment is nearly here. The rains began within 2 minutes of the predicted start, and that means we have exactly 7 hours and 6 hours. 6 hours and 17 minutes to go.
6 hours and 17 minutes until what?
Well, until lizard season. I explained it all in my letters.
The letters, of course. See.
Every 4th year between spring and summer, we have lizard season. It starts with a burst of torrential rain, and then 7 hours later to the second, the lizards arrive.
Right. The lizards. I'm sorry, it's been a long flight.
Of course, but you're here, and your reputation as a brilliant scientist and world-renowned reptile expert is why I invited you. So let's get started on the lizard repellent.
Lizards? Here?
Yes, I was just reminding Severus that this is the year of lizard season.
Yes. I don't care much for lizards. How big are these critters?
Anywhere from 10 to 15 feet long.
How long does the season last?
5 days, or until everyone is dead, if that comes first. They're pretty hungry. Now, I'll go and get my assistant, Sarjenka. He's probably tinkering with something in the back.
Until everyone is dead? Is this your crazy idea? To bring me here to end our relationship by getting me dead? From lizards? So you could go to Cape Town and tell everyone how sad you were when a lizard, a fucking reptile, ate your boyfriend.
Oh, pal. Honestly, this is the first I've heard about the lizards and the season and the whole dying part. Look, we've got to figure out.
Asha, do you seriously think there's a Canadian embassy anywhere near here? Do you suppose there are people who would actually figure it out to call my mom and dad back in Oakville and tell them, we're sorry to inform you your second eldest son is deceased due to a lizard incident?
Pal, listen to me. You've got to calm down. Jones is expecting us to help him. He thinks I'm Severus Rickman. He thinks you're my assistant. He thinks we've read the letters and know how to make a lizard repellent. Unless we can figure out what's going on, we're screwed.
So, are we ready? We have to start on the repellent right away. There's no time to lose. Did you bring everything with you? Do you have the formula? The ingredients were in my 13th letter and the recipe was in my 17th letter. Sarjenka, get in here. We have guests, experts, magicians, chop chop. Sarjenka is my assistant, my right hand, the clever one, knows the old ways. Just walked out of the bush one day 3.5 years ago, out of nowhere. Came right in, made himself at home, and whipped me up a potion. My arthritis vanished just like that.
Oh. Dr. Jones, there's something that we need to tell you, and, well, it's not what you're expecting to hear. I am not Severus Rickman. I'm Asha, and this is Pal, and, well, we don't know anyone called Severus Rickman unless it's that weird guy with the pug dog who throws up in the elevator. But, well, we were coming to Cape Town anyway, so we thought we'd bring them back to you. But we never opened them. We never read the letters. And, well, we dropped them in the rain when we were getting off the bus. You used real ink. It ran and they're ruined.
Oh, I don't know what to say. 3 years I've been waiting. Last time, we didn't have enough repellent and the lizards ate my servants while I hid in the bathroom. I was banking on you, on Dr. Rickman, to make us a new batch.
Well, perhaps it'd be helpful if you told us a little bit more about lizard season. Maybe we can come up with a plan.
Sarjenka, I'm overcome with despair. You explain to our new friends what's at stake here.
The lizards are ancient creatures. They hate humans for taking over their earth. It's said that lizards want to enslave the human so they can rule the world again. I'm not talking about those pretty little geckos you see sunning themselves on rocks. These lizard people are dangerous shapeshifters, reptilian elite aliens who arrived on Earth from a galaxy far away. They hide in full sight among us. They lead our corporations. They run Big Pharma. They own Hollywood. They lurk in the top levels of government. Bob Hope was a lizard. Surprised? Bill and Hillary, Dabia, Henry Kissinger. Well, perhaps that's not a surprise. Their goal is to create a new world order. They want to microchip all humans and put an end all truth. They believe 9/11 was an inside job. They're responsible for chemtrails and Brexit and the Maple Leaf never winning the Stanley Cup. The Queen of England and quite a few of her brood are reptilians. They pass themselves all as royals. But don't be fooled. They are lizard people with very expensive crowns.
My, this is terrible.
After end of each lizard season, they lie in wait for 4 years, hiding in the swamps and palaces, building wealth and financial districts, distributing fentanyl, funding fake news, donating to the conservative parties, biding their time. Shh.
Is Conrad Black a reptile?
Yes,
Knew it.
the moment come. All at once, all the lizards of the world attack. All at once, they emerge from cover to feast on human flesh. And drink human blood. What? Babies. They have lizard babies and send them to Eton College and Oxford.
When the moment comes, we'll hear the lizards stomping up through the bush. And they'll come right up to our door, and
And they'll attack? How do you stop them?
Most effective is the repellent, an ancient method passed down through the generations. You spray it around your dwelling. It's said to protect you for 5 days until the end of lizard season. It takes great skill to make it. They don't all stand up to the rigors of scientific testing.
Well, don't you know the formula? Do you even have a list of the ingredients?
we wrote it down and sent it to you, to Severus Rickman, the world's leading expert. So high was our confidence. Then we destroyed our only copy. Oh heavens, we are doomed!
Pal, we've got to try and help. Perhaps we could Google something, but my phone is dead. Do you have any ideas?
Who do you want to be when there's a crisis? Do you want to be the person that everyone can turn to for strength? Well, why the hell not? That'd be a good goal, because then when there's a crisis, it won't be such a bloody crisis because there's someone there that can deal with it.
Focus, pal. Jones, Sarjenka, is there anything else we could try?
Oh, yeah. I could try my radio. See if we can raise anyone who remembers the formula.
Great idea, dear Sarjenka. Look at him go. He always has a plan. Brought that radio with him. Can you believe it? Carried it through the jungle from wherever it is that he came from. Sometimes when I surface from a deep sleep, I can hear him tuning into some other village. Many's the night I've fallen back to sleep to the sound of the static and Sarjenka whispering away in his own language.
Did you know that lobsters have extremely poor vision considering the size of their eyes compared with their heads?
That's very interesting, pal. But lobsters are crustaceans and lizards are reptiles, so I don't think we can draw conclusions based on their vision.
You'll also find it interesting to know that lobsters smell through their feet.
Here. Slowly. My most energizing recipe. Elephant ear tea with 2 spoons of serotonin.
So, Asha, you're not the brilliant chemist and reptile expert I expected, but you seem like an intelligent person. What is your talent?
Well, I'm an astrophysicist. I study the heavens. I'm actually hoping to come to Cape Town to work on the new space telescope. It's my dream to find to discover other galaxies, to find life on other planets.
Good, good. Sounds very worthy. Stars, planets, good. How's it coming, Sarjenka? The clock is ticking.
There's another station on the other side of the swamps. I can hear some babbling, but there's a lot of static. Hello, hello, Hot 5A calling for help. Hello.
Your radio pals don't seem to be coming in so loud and clear today.
Oh, it's tricky, man. The rain isn't helping. Hello, hello, Hot 5A. I gently need lizard formula. 679, right? Hello, 679. Come in, please. Give me your village potion maker. We are X to the red and in immediate danger. Hello, hello.
And you, pal, is it? What about you? What's your dream in life?
The big sunspot. It takens out the radio.
Majunga, at the moment, it isn't due for another 5 hours. Lizard season can't be this early. Try again.
When Majunga reaches Earth, it cuts off all radio communication. This radio is dead, Jones. Nothing doing. All the lizards of the world are marching. We are well and truly.
Scene 3, the conspiracy. Asha, Pal, and Jones are running around the hut in a frenzy. Asha's trying to make her phone work. Pal picks up a colander. Sarjenka's standing in front of the radio, and Jones is riffling through some ancient papers.
I'm not going to die without giving those lizards a proper fight. I'm going to save you, Asha. I'm back on the ladder.
How long have we got?
The lizards start moving as soon as the moment is over. The swamp is a kilometer away. We have maybe 4 minutes.
3 minutes, 35 seconds, 140 nanoseconds.
Right. Pal. Do you think that Jones is a bit, I don't know, crazy?
You mean crazy, like writing in a fountain pen?
Oh, I mean crazy like the lizard story. Lizards emerging every 4 years to kill and enslave humans.
Well, you could be right. I don't remember seeing any lizards eating people in Bronte Harbor.
Me neither, pal. Look, I'm beginning to think that we really are in danger, but not from actual lizards.
Either the lizards are marching here right now, or they're not. Asha, I'm starting to feel very unwell. I think there may have been gluten in that tea.
Okay, look, I think we should make a run for it. Grab your bags and we're out of here.
Not so fast. You cannot leave. We will face the lizards together or die trying.
Jones, thank you for your hospitality. It was really nice to meet you, Sarjenka, but Pal and I would really prefer to take our chances with the lizards outside.
How you face danger is the true test of character, and something we should aim to do if we are to test our beliefs in this world.
How far do you think you'd get? It's been raining all the time you were here. The mud will be up to your knees by now.
You won't be able to move in the mud with your human legs and upright stance and high center of gravity. You'll get stuck. This is why it rains just before the moment. It gives lizards the advantage. They creep along on their bellies with their long fat tails and short muscular legs and splayed feet, helping them to distribute their weight. They'll outrun you for sure. Lizard dinners. Both of you.
I really think the decision to leave should be up to us.
You will stay here and help. I summoned you here, and you will serve us. Perhaps if there are 4 of us, the lizards will only be hungry enough to eat 2 or 3.
Follow along, pal. This is important. Oh, look! I think I just found a page from the 13th letter. My gosh, what luck! And I think it's just about readable. Pal, come here, take a look. Okay, pal, I have a plan and it just might work. I need you to go to your backpack and pull out anything you can make to make a potion. Anything liquid. And look like you know what you're doing.
Wonderful. I knew you'd find a way. Can I see the letter?
Oh, no, it's better I hold on to it, Jones. The paper is very fragile.
Will this do?
Jones, we'll need the stove to cook up the repellent. Can you get that started, please? And Sarjenka, do you have a big bowl?
Sure.
Thank you. Great.
I can hear the lizards. The ground is shaking. They are coming.
We're going as fast as we can.
Shampoo.
Check.
Conditioner.
Conditioner, check.
Mouthwash.
Okay, mouthwash, check.
Why don't you use the shampoo and conditioner in one?
Not now, pal. What else you got?
Toothpaste?
Okay, toothpaste, check.
And, what's this? Psychic vampire repellent?
It's from Gwyneth Paltrow. Don't knock it.
How about these organic apple chips they gave us on the plane?
Yeah, sure. Break them up a bit. And here goes the ice wine. A special gift for Dr. Kotze from Ontario.
Sarjenka, how about some of that serotonin?
If you say so.
All right, we're almost there. We just need a couple more things. Sarjenka, do you have any aluminum foil?
Sure.
And a big spoon. Thank you. All right, now start tearing. Small pieces, as small as you can manage. It increases the surface area.
We might fail, but that doesn't mean we won't get out there and contend.
Okay. All right, now give me that skillet.
To the stove, to the stove. 1 minute, we have 1 minute.
Sarjenka, funnel, a spray bottle. Okay, Jones, hold steady. It's all yours. Do your thing.
Squeeze, squeeze. They They've gone. The lizards have gone. No more stomping. We are saved.
Hey, that's marvelous. Oh my gosh, no reptile aliens to eat us for lunch.
Severus Rickman, I can't thank you enough. You saved my life. We live to see another day. Well, another 1,460 days until the next lizard season.
Oh, a lot can happen in that time. I hope to discover many galaxies before then.
Will you write that formula down for me properly this time?
Of course, I'll post it to you right when I get home. And thank you so much, Jones. We've learned an enormous amount from you about lizards and the habits of the reptilian elite. Information I'm sure we can use along the way.
Every bit of new information challenges a previous conception, forcing it to dissolve into chaos before it can be reborn as something better.
Hal, you were amazing. Thank you. We make quite the team when the chips are down, don't we?
We are not our problems. We are the thing that transcends them.
Hal, I've never seen you be so masterful in a crisis.
I am becoming more aligned with who I am than with who I can be than with who I am. Asha, I am ready. For us, for our future, for Africa.
All right, well, that was lizard season. Yay! Another round of applause. Okay, well, thank you so much. So that was the first play of our doubleheader tonight, Annie Massey's Lizard Season. Okay, and now to present our second play. This is The Unholy Estate of Matrimony by Helena Raposo. Hello, Helena.
Hi, Deanna.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Helena is not only the playwright, but will also be playing the narrator. This is a contrasting play to what you just saw. It is a family drama that plays out over a distance, and it makes us question our views on love, family, and loyalty. The show was directed by Gafaar and features Anna Tharyan, Drew Smylie, Gabby Circosta, and Sarah Bransfield. The assistant director, stage manager was Kayla Rice. Without further ado, The Unholy Estate of Matrimony.
Thank you, Deanna. Good evening. A graduation and an upcoming wedding are both happy events for a family to celebrate over dinner, even in the midst of a pandemic. Technology enables families living apart to be together. But tonight, at this Zoom get-together, the Reverend Gordon Woodhouse and his wife Beth will reveal a secret to their two daughters, Anna and Rachel. Will it unravel the life they've had together? The setting. Through Zoom, an online chat service, we see the home of Gordon and Beth Woodhouse, Gordon's office, Anna's apartment, and Rachel's apartment. Scene 1. Beth is in the kitchen preparing dinner. She is waiting in a Zoom chat room for Gordon, who's working in his parish office.
Where are you, Gordon?
Hello, Beth. Sorry for the delay. Couldn't you wait till I got home?
No, I need to talk to you now.
I'll be home for dinner soon.
Anna's graduation dinner. Oh, don't remind me.
A tough night ahead of us. Beth, we settled on this a long time ago. We're killing the girls after supper.
Yes, I know. Don't want to spoil our appetites before we eat.
We agreed once Anna finished university, the girls would have to go.
That's the plan.
We stay the course, no matter how difficult.
Good God, Gordon, I know the plan. Oh.
Okay, making sure. Have you talked to Rachel?
Anna's trying on dresses for Rachel in another chat room.
Rachel's wedding. Now that we didn't count on. Anna's graduation, sure.
Maybe we should hold off.
There'll never be a perfect time to tell them.
For the last 12 years, this moment has been coming at us. I'm dreading their reaction.
Honor thy father and thy mother. They'll understand.
They may not see the honor in it.
They'll be shocked, but once we explain our position, they'll come around. I have faith in our children.
We should have done this sooner. We didn't think things through carefully enough.
Yes, we did. We wanted the best for our girls. A normal childhood, a steady home life. That's what we agreed to.
It was your idea.
Watch what you say. We don't know when the girls will join in.
Oh, what will they think of us? Christ.
Scene 2. In another chat room, Rachel sits on her sofa, waiting for Anna to appear on screen.
Come on! Anna, what's taking so long?
Ta-da! Wait,
Interesting choice.
not suitable.
I'm getting married at the Arbor Inn.
Old and stuffy.
Mom and Dad were married there.
Exactly.
It's a tip of the hat to their marriage.
True. 30 years later and still together, amazingly enough.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you know,
No, I don't.
not all marriages are perfect.
Okay, well, nothing's perfect, but Mom and Dad's marriage comes pretty close.
If you say so.
30 years of commitment,
Yep.
fidelity.
Yep.
So what do you mean by that?
By what?
Amazingly enough. You said 30 years still together, amazingly enough.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. You weren't around during those years.
What are you talking about? What years?
The fighting years of the battling Woodhouses.
Couples argue.
Yeah, they do. And Mom and Dad sure did. They went at it, believe me. When? Well, funny enough, after you left for university.
Oh,
You were 18 and I was 10.
okay, and
And you missed out on some top of the line fights. It doesn't matter now. It was during my tween years.
well, clearly it matters. I just don't remember these fights.
It was like 12 years ago. Ancient history, sis.
Well, what exactly did they fight about?
Well, it's hard to say. They didn't argue in front of me. I could hear the fighting. I remember Mom complaining that Dad wasn't around enough.
Well, Dad's dedicated to his ministry. That's not new.
No, this was different. It was like Dad didn't care about her family stuff. He missed Aunt Betty's 50th birthday. Mom was pissed.
Edna Morris was on her deathbed. Dad was comforting her family. That was a long night for him.
Well, he hardly came out to my soccer games.
Hey, Mom did, and I came out to some.
Well, he missed Aunt Jean and Uncle Richard's 25th wedding anniversary.
Dad was setting up shelters for the homeless before winter hit.
Maybe if we were out on the streets, Dad would have given us more attention.
I can't believe you just said that.
I can't believe you always defend him.
He's not a criminal, Anna. Our father is a minister whose family extends beyond us.
Ugh, stop it. Stop it, Rach. Stop.
I'm just trying to explain the big picture.
You weren't there. You didn't hear the fighting or feel the tension. I remember one morning catching Dad in his pajamas coming out of your bedroom.
Really?
Yeah. He said he wasn't feeling well and he didn't want to disturb Mom.
That sounds reasonable.
That went on for a week.
Maybe he had the flu.
Do you remember Emma Clark?
Yeah, she was the single mother with the new baby when she joined the church. That helped her out.
He helped her out a lot. You know that phrase he loves to use? You know it, say it. Counseling?
And advising.
Right, well, that's what he said as he went out the door.
Yeah, but it's true. Dad counsels and advises lots of people. Emma was on her own and she seemed fragile.
He could have put Mom first once in a while.
It's a calling. It's his life's work. She knew what she signed up for.
You are always on his side.
I'm not on anyone's side. I see what Dad does for the community and the importance that it has on it.
At the detriment of his family.
Oh, what? We didn't suffer.
Mom suffered.
That's ridiculous.
I felt like he didn't care about us.
Of course, he cares about us. Being a minister carries monumental responsibilities. You should understand this by now.
Oh, I get it. Making a good impression on others is more important to him than being here for his own family.
No, that is not how Dad operates. I saw him. He's focused on helping others.
No, Rachel, you didn't see anything. You weren't there. Mom was miserable. She put up a good front, but I knew something was up.
What was up?
Something wasn't right. I don't know why I got started on all of this.
I started it when you said you were amazed that our parents had been together for so long.
Right. Okay, well, all I meant was that if there was a time I thought our parents' marriage was heading into the shitter, it was then.
I have always seen Mom and Dad as totally solid.
And there was a time I thought they weren't so solid.
Honestly, when I came home during school breaks, I thought everything was fine.
You were there for short breaks only.
It's like you're talking about somebody else's family.
Let's face it, Rach. You idolize Dad, and when I criticize him, you shoot me down.
Okay, sure. I look up to him, but he's human, just like the rest of us.
Dad missed my middle school graduation.
Mom and I were there.
Do you remember where Dad was?
Yeah. Someone's kid was sick in the hospital.
Yeah. Emma Clark's kid? Brian?
Really? Are you sure it was him?
I thought it was. I guess it doesn't matter whose kid it was. He said he wouldn't be there. I was hurt. Mom was fuming.
Well, he's here now. Can't you forgive him?
Forgiveness is overrated.
Forgiveness will help you move forward.
Come on, sis. You grew up with a father who put his work before us. He didn't have time for us.
You make Dad sound like an absent father.
He was to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I just don't see it that way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Anna. Why do you think I'm getting married? David and I love each other and we want to start a family, and I'm not delusional about it. It's not a fairy tale. It's real life. And Mom and Dad have shown us that. Marriage and commitment. When you have it and it's good, nothing else matters. In the end, that's what counts.
Wow. You really are a minister's daughter. Nice sermon.
I'm serious.
I'm teasing you. Well, sort of.
Look, I'm sorry that those tween years were so hard for you. I should have clued in.
You were distracted with school, new friends, new city. I get that now.
Well, whatever is troubling them has come to pass. They're devoted to each other now.
I'm glad you think so. So, will David be online with us tonight?
No, he has a big brief to prepare.
During a pandemic?
Yeah, people still need legal advice, even during all of this.
This dinner is important to Mom.
I know. It's your graduation dinner.
Well, Mom was hoping to have some quality time with David. We all were. Your engagement happened so fast. I thought you were pregnant.
Me?
Now that would be whack. I'd be the one having a shotgun wedding.
We've been dating for a short time, I get it, but I know it's right.
Can't David make an appearance tonight? Like, he should at least make an effort.
Hey, that's my future husband you're talking about.
Mom has been stressing about this dinner.
Mom stresses about everything.
No, this is different. She's been going on and on about it. Haven't you noticed?
No, we've been focused on the wedding.
Can't David come during dessert?
David's putting in long hours right now. Mom will understand. She's a minister's wife.
David's a lawyer.
Exactly. Two very demanding careers.
He picked the perfect woman in you.
Funny how that doesn't sound like a compliment.
It's an observation, not a criticism, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the dress. What do you think?
Are we okay here?
Yeah, okay. The dress, you like it? What's wrong with it?
You're my maid of honor. It's not a night on the town to get laid.
You said I could pick the dress, even a dress I already have.
It's inappropriate.
Oh my God, Rachel, you are such a prude.
I'm not. How could you say that?
Okay, don't get so bridezilla on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm planning for a wedding in the summer, and are the restrictions even going to be lifted by then? And I am feeling badly that David can't come tonight.
Feeling badly for who? You or Mom?
For Mom. I'm okay with it, really, but she's going to be disappointed.
Yeah, she'll get over it. Dad's given her lots of practice on that score?
There'll be other opportunities before the wedding for you to hang out with us and get to know David better. We'll do another group chat or one of those online games or something. And then when all of this is settled down, we'll get together and we'll do something special.
Okay, sure.
Life is different now, obviously. But with your graduation and my engagement, I feel like now's the time to celebrate the important things in life. And we should celebrate, even though all of this has happened and things are changing.
Things are changing, all right. Which is why it would have been nice if David could come tonight.
Oh my God, would you let that go?
Hey, all right, I'm sorry. It's just, I can't help thinking that Mom has something else going on.
Mom has a lot on her plate right now. I mean, think about it. I'm getting married, fingers crossed, and you've graduated and you moved out of the house.
Mom and Dad are finally empty nesters.
Yeah, that's an adjustment. Okay, I've had enough of your fashion show.
Okay, I have to change out of this.
Do you have another dress that would match my prudish tastes, right?
Yes, I do. It's too bad though. This dress shows off my legs nicely. Oh my God. I like David's best man. What's his name? Sam, Sean,
Jack.
Craig,
Jack.
Jack.
And leaving something to the imagination can also be sexy. Ever think of that?
Keep it in mind.
Good. All right. Big dinner tonight. Lots to talk about. Oh, I had Mom's dress altered and cleaned. Woo! Mom can't find the veil. I would love to get my hands on that veil.
It's a classic.
Like our family. Okay, I'm signing off. See you later with Mom and Dad.
Yeah. Okay, see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Scene 3. Beth and Gordon's continued conversation on Zoom.
We should wait. It's not right, not with a wedding coming up, and you're all in isolation.
More of a reason to do this. We need to move forward in our lives. We've waited long enough, maybe too long. You said so yourself. We should have done this sooner.
Ha! Convenient for you to say that now.
You don't want to go on like this either, Beth. It's been hard on the both of us.
You have no idea. None whatsoever.
Come on, that's not fair.
Not fair. Not fair, says the mastermind behind all this.
You don't have to get bitchy with me.
Oh. Bitchy, you prick.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Rachel, you startled me.
I guess there's no knocking before you get onto a chat room.
Mom, guess what? I found it.
What did you find?
The veil. I had it this whole time.
Oh, that brings back memories.
But there is a small rip in it here. Look,
Oh,
easily fixed, I think.
some things are easily fixed.
Where's David?
Oh, he's got a lot of work still. He won't be joining us tonight. He really wanted to be here. He sends his regrets. Next time.
Whenever that might be.
What was that, Mom?
Right, next time.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hello, Anna.
Good to see you.
Where are you?
At the parish in the office. I'm alone and being safe. I'll be home soon with your mother.
Huh. It's been nice having my own space, even for a couple of hours.
Oh, now that Anna's got her own place, you and Dad should go on a holiday.
Not a bad idea.
David's parents have this place down south. I know you could stay there.
Treat yourself.
Surely you don't mean now.
Not now, later. And this whole thing blows over.
Oh, I don't know. The States doesn't appeal to me at the moment.
Oh, come on. When was the last time you two did something just for yourselves?
A long, long time ago.
Jesse, just texted me. She has something very important to tell us. She said she's going to FaceTime us. Mom, yeah.
You mind? I haven't talked to her in ages. I'll be right back.
Go right ahead. Fine by me. I have things to talk to your dad about anyway.
Okay.
Go on.
Just 2 seconds. Sorry.
We should postpone our talk. Let's tell them after Rachel's married.
Now's the time to tell them.
You're not the one helping with Rachel's wedding plans.
We've given up so much for them.
At this point, what difference would another year make? Please, Gordon, please. Let's show some mercy towards Rachel.
We've sacrificed enough.
Why can't we wait until after the wedding?
We tell them tonight. I'm tired of playing it cool.
Oh, save your martyr act for somebody else. I could throttle you.
I could wring your neck.
Piss off.
What is it now, Rachel?
They kicked me off. Anna's talking to Jesse privately. Is everything okay here?
Right as rain.
I'm gonna take these donations for the shelter to the car. I'll be right back.
When will you be home, Gordon?
Soon. I'll be right back.
Okay. Tense.
Oh, didn't sleep well last night. That's all. I'm tired. That's all.
You should try meditation or yoga.
Prayer is meditation. That I do.
Right.
Maybe I should try yoga.
I really appreciate everything you've been doing for me.
I know you do.
It's been so hectic for you. Anna's and now her commencement and now my
I can cope. I've been coping with it for, such a long time.
nervous,
You are.
excited. It's a big commitment. I'm ready for it.
Rachel, listen to me. If you are having any doubts, if you need more time to think things over, now is the time to say something.
Oh, I love David. It's a big commitment. I get it, but I'm ready for it. Look at Aunt Jean. She married Richard after only a month of dating, and they've been together for 37 years. They've got you and Dad beat.
That they do, but Rachel, you can't look at other people's marriages. It's about how you feel.
But if I can't look to you and Dad as a sign of love and marital commitment, then who can I look to?
Oh.
Mom?
Oh.
Mom, are you okay?
Oh.
Mom?
Mom?
Oh.
Mom, why are you crying?
Tears of joy, really.
It's the empty nest syndrome. Now that Anna's done school and out of the house.
My two girls are so independent now. It makes me proud. A graduation for one and a wedding for the other.
You don't look joyful to me, Mom.
She is happy.
You're clueless, Dad. You pay more attention to your flock than your own family.
Don't judge me, young lady. No one's squabbling.
Oh, please. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, Mom, what's going on?
Shall we tell them now?
No, you should come home first.
What's
Oh, why wait?
what's going on?
Tell us what?
This won't be easy to hear. You must prepare yourselves.
Is someone sick?
Oh my God.
No one's sick.
Well, what is it then?
Your mother and I have sacrificed much for this family. All our actions have been done with the two of you at the forefront of our minds. Serious reflection and consideration was
Oh,
taken.
for God's sake, Gordon, just Tell them. We're getting a divorce.
What?
Yes, but this agreement to divorce didn't happen overnight.
No, this can't be happening. People don't just divorce after 30 years of marriage.
Have you tried counseling?
I've counseled couples. Don't you think I know how to tend to my own marriage?
Clearly not. Otherwise, you and Mom wouldn't be getting a divorce.
You can mind the sarcasm.
No, and as Brett, you need to seek outside counsel.
I'm divorcing your mother. The decision was made years ago and we held out because of you. Always putting our children before ourselves.
Oh, great. Blame us. Thank you for being so considerate.
No one's blaming you.
Wait, you're divorcing Mom and this was decided years ago?
What's going on?
Mom, when did Dad tell you he wanted a divorce?
It was a mutual decision.
I wasn't asking you. I'm asking my mother.
12 years ago, your father came to me and said, our marriage was over.
That's not exactly what happened.
Interrupt her, please. Go on, Mom.
He became unhappy. That made me miserable. It wasn't always like this. We started out in love, but things fell apart, and I agreed to an arrangement.
Why did you wait so long? Because of us? So all this time you acted as if you were the happy couple when what? You couldn't stand to be in the same room together?
Everyone, try to calm yourselves.
Let's calm ourselves. God, I can't believe this shit's here.
Great act, you two. No wonder I studied drama.
Hannah, that is not funny. I have been holding you together for over 10 years for the sake of my children. God damn it.
Get a hold of yourself, Beth.
Why now? Why now?
Yeah. What makes today so special?
Because you finished university, young lady, and we need to get on with our lives.
It's my fault.
Look what you've done, Gordon. Anna, it is not your fault. We wanted to give you and Rachel a stable family life when you were young.
Since Anna's the youngest, we thought it best to see her through to university before dissolving our marriage. This way, you both continue to have a good family life, a solid foundation.
The foundation of lies?
Not true.
Your marriage has been a sham. The irony of it all. You, a man of the cloth. You hypocrite.
That's enough. Try to understand our point of view.
These past 12 years, have you had an open relationship?
I've remained faithful to my family, raising you girls with a sense of security. I certainly didn't need a hidden lover to complicate my life. Your father can speak for himself.
I'm not a perfect man, but I've always been good to you girls. There's something else. Something that all of you must know now. I can't hold this back anymore. It's too much for me. And I hope you'll forgive me.
What now, Dad? You fathered a child with one of your parishioners?
Brian Clark is my son.
You and Emma Clark. I should have known. Why am I not surprised? This will destroy your ministry.
I hold myself accountable to God, to my family, to everyone.
Oh God, this is rich. I knew it. I knew something was going on, something really fucked up.
Watch your mouth. He's your brother. Think of that.
Think of that. Think of that. All I can think of is what a liar you are.
I feel like such a sucker. Such a fool.
Unbelievable. What a cliche. The pillar of the community, for Christ's sake. Your preaching means nothing to me now. Do you understand that?
Don't speak to me that way.
Do you realize the injury you have caused us? The betrayal? I have always looked up to you. Now all I see is a couple of liars.
Oh, that's not true. We had your best interest at heart always. We tried to do the right thing.
Waiting till Anna was an adult was the right thing to do.
The end of our marriage does not mean the end of loving our children.
Had we divorced when Anna was 10 years old, well, those are impressionable years.
Stop bringing me into this!
That this is having an impression on us now? How can I trust you again? You're a fraud. I never doubted you. I believed in you.
We were trying to show you what a good family was, a happy marriage.
A happy marriage. Wow. You were pretending this entire time. I am shattered. Don't you understand that? I have to get out of here.
Rachel, don't leave.
I have to call David. I can't go through with a wedding.
Rachel, nothing has to change for you. You can still get married and carry on with your life.
Don't be foolish. You're overreacting.
Once again, Dad, you're still not paying attention. This isn't about you.
Oh, please, 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 girls, try to understand. We did it all for you. It felt like the right thing to do.
Anna was so young, the idea of breaking up then seemed more damaging than doing it now.
Anna was right all along. You were an absent father.
Listen to me. In time, you'll see that our decision was the best course of action. Considering the alternative, we thought...
Just stop it! Stop it! You didn't think I heard the fighting? With this? Brian Clark is your son. I knew your heart wasn't in this family.
I knew what commitment meant, but now I know nothing. Everything. I can't be here, and you're to blame for this, Dad.
Rachel, please don't go. You really played us, Dad. Mom, you went along with it.
Did you hear them? They'll come around. They'll come back. I can give a better explanation.
I wouldn't count on it. We have destroyed Rachel. And Anna is furious. Angrier than ever before. They're gone.
They're gone. I've lost them? That can't be.
Did you see what she did to my veil? She ripped it. And that little rip, I'd never noticed it before. Lace is so delicate.
And that is The Unholy Estate of Matrimony by Helena Raposo.
Get my glasses on.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congrats, everybody.
Oh my gosh, that was great. That was fantastic. Thank you. And there are lots of comments and bravo. All right, so that was Lizard Season and the Unholy Estate of Matrimony. We hope you enjoyed this performance. I'm saying hi to everyone on YouTube.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, YouTubers.
We're gonna stay here for another couple of minutes and maybe have a chat because why not? We're here anyway. So that was great. Lola, well, you directed this. What did you think about How did you
First question? Okay. Yeah, it was really great. It was really exciting. I don't know. I think you're going to talk about this later, but you applied for the grant.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about that. What was your state of mind when all the cancellations happened, and you?
Okay.
Like, how did you find out?
So cancellation. So March 15th, I remember they shut everything down at the theater, and that's when week 2 of the festival was about to load in. So that was your week for Unholy Estate of Matrimony. We were in week 3, and that's when they said, we got to cancel, we got to shut everything down, and it was a real disappointment for everyone, not just us. There are many other plays that were involved, and pretty much the next day, I started scouring around online to see what was happening out there, and I found this grant for the National Arts Council and applied essentially right away. It was just me writing a letter to them and saying, this is what's going on. Do you want to help out? Give us a place to actually perform these plays that we'd worked so hard on for so long and developed with the playwrights. So it was a long process because March was a while ago. But yeah, so we were invited to be part of it, and it's been an absolute pleasure and joy to do this with you. It would have been amazing to do every play, but it happens in 60 minutes, so. Really
yeah. And I think I speak for the rest of our team when I say we're really grateful, just because you asked us and to have rehearsed the play for so long, and we wanted to put it on obviously, and it didn't happen, and it's just disappointing for a lot of other people. So we were really grateful to you for giving us the opportunity. One of the things that I really liked about this was it actually afforded us some opportunities that the stage version didn't. So for example, with the props, having a giant glass of wine probably wasn't gonna fly on stage, but we got to have it here, so that was great. I guess, Joel, do you have any thoughts about the directing process, doing it on this platform, and how did you sort of how did you explore the challenges of blocking and movement and all that?
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge. It was new I think for everybody in this group, the idea of presenting a play online. And I've only had experience working with live stage, so it was definitely a new experience. Being in the show, I also rely very heavily on our wonderful playwright Annie Massey and our amazing assistant director Siobhan Quinn to keep an eye on the show and let us know what was working and what wasn't. We tried as much as possible to translate the show that we did on stage to this format, keeping as much as we could, even with it being such a physical show with handing off of the props and a high energy third scene. How about you? What was the experience like for you? Yours was much more dialogue driven.
Yeah. So because of that, I think we all agreed pretty early on in our team that it would be better to sort of present the conversation almost in real time, like it was happening over Zoom. That was an adjustment we made, and Helena, our playwright, was very quickly adapted the script to fit that. We're really grateful for that. And the actors just sort of I felt blocking for me wasn't a huge challenge. I didn't have to do much, to be honest, because a lot of the actors, once they got comfortable in their spaces, they sort of did what came natural in that moment. If they were having this conversation with somebody else over Zoom. So the girls at the beginning of their conversation, they're on the phone, and that's something that they naturally do because millennials and their phones. And then later on having, say, Anna in her kitchen and and Gabby in her bedroom were able to move around the bedroom and move around the kitchen and sort of give it a little bit more depth of movement instead of just being stagnant. But we did agree pretty early on that we wanted the focus to be sort of like watching this family on this emotional journey and focusing on those intimate moments. And I hope we were able to do that.
I felt like we were eavesdropping. It was such personal conversations that we were privy to. So that was.
I loved it. I thought that the way you adapted it to Zoom, because that's what we're using, it was so brilliant. Like, it was so subtle and such a small shift that made such a difference. It made it really work on this platform. Because I remember when we were first starting rehearsals, I said, you know, how is each play going to adapt this technology? How are we going to embrace this technology, right?
Yeah.
So for our show, we went one direction and your show went a complete different direction. And it was really nice to see, like, just how that came about and the amount of creativity everyone had.
I love that contrast. I actually was gonna, just for you, Deanna, and actually all the other actors, what was the experience like working without your scene partners and not having to like physically connect to someone in the room? And you guys can take turns and do it so that you all get to share your experience.
Does anyone want to comment? Okay, Drew wants to comment. Yeah.
I found moving from the stage to the screen, my reactions changed to my scene partner, what she would say. So I started having different emphases and different feelings, different reactions to what she was saying because I wasn't in the same room. And so it's kind of like I was Skyping with her almost. Mm-hmm. So that made a big difference. Also, it's way harder to remember the lines not having the blocking. That's a big difference. We had a month in between when the show was going to go up and when we started rehearsing again for this, and that was exactly enough time for me to forget all those lines. Amazingly.
And then we
Helena did such a good job of rewriting it and adapting it for this format.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it was that. Well, when we did that first read through in Zoom, Lola actually was the one who said, you know, do you think you would consider changing it to so that the family is having this conversation on Zoom? And so I thought about it and I thought, well, why not make it during the pandemic? And the actors in reality are in isolation and the characters. So I just had to think about, well, where would Gordon be? Because, you know, in the stage version, it's all happening in the house. The girls have moved out, so that was fine. They're in their own apartments, but it was just, you know, and also figuring out when people would exit in a Zoom conversation, the excuse, like those sort of things. And so, yeah, I was able to do it, and I think it worked.
What about the lizard season cast? Do you guys have any? Because you guys have a lot of like reacting to each other on a physical level and sort of having to coordinate that and time that properly. How was the? How did you guys do that?
Yeah, first of all, this is the new medium for all of us. So I just used my imagination tool. First of all, very importantly, I just imagine. You are here, he or she is here, just this is the camera, but it is also one of my contact and co-artists. I imagined everything. And I could try to adapt as soon as detail or as possible. Just day by day, I developed my imagination, adaptation. So in terms of new Zoom application and online performance, virtual online performance medium, because, you know, all of us, we just interrupted on stage show due to COVID-19. So, and I just used another experience because I have actually online on camera experiences like television or few movie experiences. So this, it is somehow, I could both medium and both technology now, right now, as an actor. So it also helps to adapt with this online performance medium. So this is one thing I just trying
definitely.
to.
Riaz, your performance on stage is so physical. because you're crawling around and it's,
Yeah, that's why.
you're
That's
full
why.
audience. So
That-
to see you shift that here was
I
really
tried. I tried just
yeah.
just miniature in terms of miniature art. I just in my mind that's a little more just minimal space. I could try to maximum output. How could I try to make maximum output? Just in my mind, I just try to every time developing my process, thinking process regarding this area or small space or just chroma or handmade props.
Speaking of the props, you should show everyone the hand knit crown and
This is
wizard that Siobhan Quinn, our stage manager, actually knit herself.
this woolly crown and this woolly lizard, and Siobhan made this beautifully crafted this. Thank you, Siobhan.
Amazing. She's the director and stage manager. Yeah, of the.
Did she like mail that to Riaz's house, or
I believe that she
have that from
she walked it over.
Yeah.
She actually walked it
committed
and dropped it.
Maintaining the far distance. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a question here that says, how did you all work through moments of delays or computer glitches? Did you speed up your timing or was it just right? So maybe Sarah wants to speak on this.
I think definitely having our play be a Zoom meeting gave us so much leeway and flexibility for us to be able to work with that. And that was also one of the reasons why we decided that would be a good fit for this play, just because it kind of forgave any of the tech issues we might have encountered. And as everyone knows, even just before this play was happening, I had a tech issue with the microphone. And as we were rehearsing, we'd have people coming in through the background, or the camera would cut on and off if your internet's bad. So working with that, and I love working with improvisation too, so I really took the challenge on of like, what do we do if somebody's camera cuts out? How do we continue on with the play? And we kind of worked that into rehearsals as well and tried to keep the play going. But definitely once the format was changed over, it gave us a lot more space to play in the medium and work with it within the context of it being just a family who might not have technical abilities, or like I'm still figuring out Zoom, to try and have a family conversation, which I know a lot of people are experiencing that right now.
Absolutely. Well, I think also, Neila, maybe you want to speak a little bit about your experience with this whole platform. And maybe with the props, even the props part of it, because I think we had quite a learning curve for our whole cast.
Oh, what made you think I wanted to tell this story? No, but for me, you know, at my age, like virtual things aren't quite real.
Yeah.
And so there was some kind of a mental process early on that I had to go through to embrace the new reality. I mean, it sounds trite, but really that's what it was for me. And then of course, I still am learning so much about this Zoom and all the little things. And without your help, Diane, I would have been totally lost.
Well, I think you did an amazing job, and you know, it was a level playing field. We all started in the same spot and kind of came to it together. So the last questions here, to kind of our full circle questions. Are you hungry to put these plays back on stage? And would you stage the play differently now, having done this? So who wants to speak on that?
I think things like gestures, for instance, would be so different. And psychologically, you know, you're looking at your partner, you're looking into her eyes, and that makes such a big difference. But also things like being able to pace and not worry that you're going out of view.
Yeah,
that's it.
I would love to put the play on stage. I would love us to be able to recover some of the amazing physical activity that we had the cast almost ready to go before the shows were cancelled. But I think what we've learned through this process, which is very different in terms of the acting and how the actors face the audience, is we've discovered a lot of character notes. And I think we would be able to bring richer characters to the stage play, even if we kept all the physical blocking and movement and general hilarity that we'd put in place. I think we'd have a better play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure Elena would want, I think we're on the same page that if we got the opportunity to put it on a physical stage, we'd love to do that. Especially because I feel like all the actors are really flexible and prepared for the stage version. And they're really flexible to use whatever we've learned from this version to even make the stage version better. And of course, we're just constantly exploring the depths of telling a story. So we'll try to see what we can do to change it and make it even better than what we had blocked before. I was actually going to ask you something, Deanna. One of the things that was really interesting about this process was all of the technical aspects. How is it shepherding, I would say, all of us, even the millennials, into making this like a consistent and like solid show on a technical level?
It was hurting cats. Because mostly because I couldn't be there with you. Like I can't go to your house and show you on your device how to work things or how to set things up. So it's a lot of me trying to figure out what's happening on the other end and then trying to talk you through things. Not you, Lola, everyone.
Which we appreciate though.
Right? So it was definitely interesting to say the least. I love how everyone really embraced it. You know, when I first said to everyone, have it a virtual background, I remember like, what? A lot of reaction at first. But now I have, you know, Neila's got a lizard coming through her back window, through the back window, which is fantastic. And, you know, we have Drew in the office there, all these things. So it's great. You never know. You never know what to expect. Excuse me, Neila, for that slip. So in that sense, yeah, it was interesting. There was a lot more I wanted to do that unfortunately I couldn't, because to be on screen, you can't really manage a lot technically. Yeah. So I had to kind of take a step back and, you know, I tried to throw on the applause and some like very basic things, but it would have been fun to just be master control and like
be able to control everybody's boards and everybody's devices. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just wanted to say, you know, is there any chance NAC would offer another slot to this play? It's really interesting. I'm not sure. We'll have to contact the NAC to see. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone has anything else that they want to add. But one thing I did want to say is that, you know, I've been part of a lot of conversations about theater before this happened. And one thing that has always remained true is that theater happens when people want to tell a story. It doesn't matter where you do it. It doesn't matter if you're on a stage, if you're in an opera house, if you're on a film set, you could be on a street corner. Theater is where people get together to tell stories and to communicate with one another. And a lot of the times it's to talk about what's happening in the world today and to communicate how we should all grow and change and become aware. So this was just another place for us to tell our stories and to communicate with an audience and to kind of come together. And I think it was great. And I'm really appreciative of all of you being a part of it.
And thank you, Diana, for making it
Thank
happen.
you, Diana.
Thank you, Diana.
You've led us, you've pushed us, you've shoved us, you've dragged us, and you got us here. And it was terrific. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will thank that there are a few people who donated to us tonight, so I want to thank them as well.
Oh, that's so sweet.
For doing that. And yeah, great. Hopefully we have another show for you in the future. So thank you for watching. And I guess this is the end of Lizard season and the Unholy Estate of Matrimony.
No.
For now.
For now.
Bye. Well, let's stop the stream. Now how do we stop the stream? Okay.